Well, let me tell you this, it doesn't matter what college your kid goes to, because whatever college your kid goes to, they will learn to despise Israel. So I want to challenge many of you with the question that I pose when I have a few minutes only to talk to an Israeli American or American Jew who is not particularly religious. I myself am in a small category, or not small, but in an odd category. I'm deeply religious. I deeply believe in the divinity of the Torah, but I'm not an Orthodox Jew. So I have no axe to grind here. I don't understand Jewish history without the God element in it. And I need to address this because if you rationally perceive what I'm saying, that's all I ask. We are coming up to Pesach, to Passover. And in the Haggadah for 2,000 years is the following line: Shebechol dor vador omdim aleinu l'chalotenu. In every generation, somebody arises, and here is the key word. L'chalotenu means literally to finish us off, to annihilate us. When I was a child, I remember sitting at my parents' Seder, and I remember thinking the rabbis who wrote this were wrong. This is after the Holocaust. Nobody is going to try to destroy us again. People know how wrong that is. I was wrong. The rabbis of 2,000 years ago were right. In every generation, somebody arises to annihilate the Jewish people. In this generation, it's Iran. In the last generation, it was Germany. That's the way it has worked in Jewish history. This is not paranoid, it is fact. There is only one nation on earth, one out of the over 200 countries on earth. Only one is targeted for annihilation. And guess what? It's the only Jewish country in the world. It is not a coincidence that the only country targeted for annihilation is the only Jewish country in the world. It is a challenge to all Jews to think this through. Why would that be? There are hatreds all over the world, but there are no exterminationist hatreds. That is unique to Jewish history. Those who hate us don't want to enslave us, don't want to persecute us, they want to destroy us. That is unique. And sure enough, we are living it again. And as usual, by and large, the world doesn't care. If Europe can rush into Iran and make all sorts of deals for European companies, then by golly, they're thrilled to do so. If foreign ministers and secretary of states can have a blast with the Iranian foreign minister like he's a good old buddy, then he's a good old buddy. We live in a world that is morally broken. This is what we are living through right now. This one nation. The Jewish state is the size of New Jersey. It is smaller than El Salvador. And yet it is the preoccupation of humanity. The United Nations has spent more time on Israel than on any other country in the world. It has condemned Israel more than any other country in the world. More than North Korea, the world's one living concentration camp. Israel, the Jewish state that takes Syrians in to give them surgeries quietly, because if you say that a Jew saved your life, you're killed upon return to Syria. Just a little factoid that you don't hear much about on CNN.